Welcome to Flight of the Conchords. Of course, this is VoddIT episode 2. We shouldn't really be using the popularity of another podcast to boost our own. It's not very ethical.
We love ethics.
I'm glad we do, because I'm from Southend. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be looking at possibly the smallest digital radio available.
And we're going to look at a credit crunch busting green device.
We're going to take a virtual drive.
And we'll look at what the Paleo Future blog holds for 2012's tech problems.
And we might even have a competition to look at a little bit later on.
If you're lucky. So what have we got today, Brian?
Well, how big is it? It's about this big. It's a digital radio. I'm thinking it might be the world's smallest digital radio.
Are you thinking that?
I'm thinking that.
I
I don't really know. The research I've done indicates that standalone ones aren't quite as small as this. But of course this isn't a standalone. It has to plug into an iPod, and this is how you do it. You take the iPod adapter.
Are you watching?
And you put it in the iPod.
Oh, well done.
Just like that. And what happens is it automatically turns your iPod on, and then it automatically turns the radio on, starts scanning straight away for stations, and even though we're in the studio, it's come up straight away with BBC Six Music.
That's pretty good.
Not bad, is it?
Yeah, seems we can't get a phone signal in here.
No. Excellent. BBC Six Music's very good. Got Adam and Joe on it, which Henry and I both like, so that's good.
Good show.
One slight drawback with this particular setup, Henry, I wonder if you can spot what it is.
The tripwire?
No, the fact there's no headphones. We need
there's
to
that.
attach some headphones, otherwise you won't be able to hear it. However, it is quite small, and that's how big it actually is.
Not very.
It's about £40 or so. It's made by Roberts. It's called the Roberts Robbie, R-O-B-I, and that's a British company, so that's pretty good, isn't it?
And that's £40 sterling, not £40 in weight.
Correct, yes.
Another piece from the Paleo Future blog from the November 1958 edition of Closer Than We Think, written and illustrated by Arthur Radeberg. This is a self-propelled stadium, so it could be used for a baseball game or football or boxing or hockey. For the Olympics 2012, no problem, although it doesn't mention velodromes. Looks like it might be quite bumpy for that, or indeed swimming pools. Nevertheless, the principle is the same.
Like me, I expect you feel like hibernating in the winter, but what's more important than us hibernating is our machines hibernating, particularly our PCs, because of course it saves power. And now we have a really nifty way of making it happen, don't we, Henry?
We do, and it's called the Eco button. Basically it's a little USB device. You plug it into your machine every time you step away from your computer to go to have a comfort break or make yourself a cup of tea.
Thanks for those examples of reasons to step away from our machine.
Well, I'd just like to remind our viewers of these things. You press the button and it puts your machine into hibernation. When you come back from wherever you've been, you press the button again and then it takes your computer out of hibernation. And not only does it do that, but it also tells you how much electricity you've saved and all the carbon emissions and all that sort of thing as well. So you get a good idea of just how good you are.
So obviously if you've got an office with hundreds of computers in it, this can make quite a big difference.
It would do, I think, over a period of time. Yes, it would.
How much is this device, Henry?
It's 86,000 million trillion pounds. I've no idea.
Actually, it's about £12. But next time we'll do some research. Henry, are we there yet?
Nearly, but as you can see, this is a car of the future with a windscreen of the future with lots of lovely detail on it. And you may be wondering what all these things are. Well, up here we have our destination with our GPS. We love GPS on VoddIT, as you would have known from listening to our audio podcast. We've also got information on what's playing on our in-car entertainment, plus some information on the car driver in front and the number of points that they have on their licence. I think we should avoid this one. But basically, this is an idea we've cribbed from the lovely people at Wired. It's a possible future windscreen that may be in cars that we drive in 10 to 20 years' time. Who knows? It looks a bit distracting, Brian, though, but would you use it?
Oh, I would, because it reminds me a little bit of Minority Report.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not. And in fact, probably in the future, we'll be able to do exactly this, talk to a camera behind us, because we won't have to bother looking at the road.
Yes, no driving. Brilliant. What's that car? Once again, it's got a bit manic, so let's have a little breather.
Now, in the long history of VoddIT, we found that there's nothing our viewers like more than a competition. Isn't that right, Henry?
That's true, that's true.
And so what we're going to do now is we're going to put a picture of me up wearing a t-shirt just like this one, and all you have to do, you viewers, is work out where I am.
You're inside the t-shirt?
Yes, but more specifically in a geographical sense.
Oh, sorry, I see.
Where I am. And if you do manage to do that, we will send you your very own, look at this,
VoddIT t-shirt.
As modelled by Henry.
How fetching is that?
Absolutely. So please send your emails to editor@bcs.org. So that brings another action-packed episode of VoddIT to a conclusion. We've had a lovely time. We hope you have as well. And now it's time for us to go and have a little bit of a relax.
Anyone for tennis?
Well, actually, these are squash rackets, Henry.
I thought they were a bit small.
Cheerio!